how I use the repertory. First of all, we have to understand that there are the 7 levels: name, the diagnosis, fact or symptoms, feeling or emotions, then the delusion, and then the sensation. In the sensation itself, we have sensation A, which means features pertaining to the kingdom, B, which is features pertaining to the sub-kingdom, and C, which is features pertaining to the specific remedy. In sensation level C itself, there are 3 sub-levels: sensation C1, which is approximation; sensation C2, which are exact rubrics or symptoms from the Materia Medica and provings; and symptom C3, the level sensation C3, which are the exact qualities of the source itself. In our levels, repertory comes under sensation C2, which are the exact rubrics and words from the proving. So when we are repertorizing, what we are doing it is at the C2 level, which is already quite a deep level. What is important, of course, is that when you repertorize the case at C2, you must make sure that the remedy also corresponds with sensation level A, which is kingdom, and B, which is sub-kingdom, and C1, which is approximation. I would like to give an example with a particular case. I had a case very recently of a patient who came for excessive facial hair. On going through her history, I find that she has specific symptoms like desire for spice, desire for fish, desire for milk, intolerance of sun, greasiness of the face, warts on the soles of the feet, and craving for bread and butter. When you take these specific rubrics and add the rubric face hairy, you find the remedy Natrum muriaticum. When you do that and you find Natrum muriaticum, before giving Natrum mur, it is very important to know that at her main emotional and mental level, in her sensitivity, in her dreams, in her interests and hobbies, they all are coming from the mineral kingdom, that they are all coming from the 3rd row of the periodic table, and that they have 2 sides, the anion and the cation, natrum and muriaticum. And what is important is that we have to do this without fitting the case into the remedy, but to inquire into each thing and to see where it leads, and to see if it actually leads to that kingdom, that sub-kingdom, and that particular remedy. It is not a good idea to ask leading questions. For example, if we think Natrum muriaticum, it's not a good idea to ask her, tell me, do you have love disappointment, or do you get sun headaches, or do you have issues with care and nourishment, etc. What we need to do is instead go to the exact feeling. For example, I ask the patient, suppose I have rubrics of Natrum muriaticum and the remedy is coming exactly, then what I do is I go to the patient and ask, so tell me please, what is it that you are really sensitive to? What is it that hurts you? What is it that affects you? So the patient gives a particular situation or a particular instance which has affected or impacted her. So from that level, which may be at an emotional level, we go one step deeper and say, so tell me, what exactly was your feeling in this situation? Then from there, we pass on to what was your experience in this situation. So in this way, instead of fitting the case into the remedy, we have to ask very non-leading, non-directed questions into the experience of the person, and then we have to listen very carefully to what she brings up.